Hey guys, this is Joyce and Anthony, aka JJ, and this is part 2 of the Brushstrokes tool add-on experiment. In the previous video, we did the rocks, the ground, and the trees. In this video, we're going to do the house, the bridge, and the rocks. I'll show you, but first, I'm gonna organize. This is what happened in the first video, and it's very chaotic. So let me just put these in their correct folders. And while I'm doing that, please, if you haven't, watch video number 1 where I show you how we get the add-on and again how we experiment with the ground, the rocks, and the trees. This fishing hut base scene was created by the Blender team, and I have a link in the description to be able to access it, and it's free. Now that's done, I am going to turn on so you can see the house and the outside build. The first thing I want to work on is the roof of the house. So if you remember from video number 1, I'm going to select the roof, press in so my sidebar will appear, and then with my roof selected, I'm going to select fill. And right now it's copying the same fill brush strokes that I used for the ground, and I do not want that. So I'm gonna go to material, and I'm going to click like that number 11 to create a brand new material. So when I adjust the color, it doesn't adjust the ground as well. I'll just call it roof I'll do roof brush stroke material. Now that that's done, I want the color to more represent hay. Maybe like a lighter brownish color, beige. That's fine for now. And I want to increase the roughness because hay is very rough. Yeah, that's fine. Maybe I should change the brush style. That's fine for now. Let me go to shape. I'm just gonna play around with the width, the length, and the density. I'm just gonna continue to tweak it to get something that I like. We're getting there, but I'm gonna scroll down to stroke variation and add some noise. Maybe some random tilt. Yeah, honestly, I think maybe add a little bit more color variation. I'm happy with that. For the bridge, I want to add, it's fine the way it is, but I want to add some texture to it. So we went over this in more detail in the first video, but essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste the brush strokes that I did from the roof, the hay, and I'm going to copy that to the bridge. So to do that, I'm going to select the bridge. Holding down Shift, I'm going to select the hay roof, and with them both selected, I'm going to click this drop down and copy to selected objects. So now it just copied the hay roof to the bridge. And now I'm gonna just zoom in just to show you the roof and the bridge. And I know it's gonna sound a bit redundant, but why it's so important to create a new material. Unless this is what you want. If you wanna adjust the color of the roof and the bridge at the same time, but that's not what I want. So for the bridge, I want it to be its own separate material. So I just click the number on the side, and I'm just gonna call this bridge brushstroke material. I want the color of the bridge to be do I want color variation? Maybe a little bit. Maybe the bridge to be a little bit darker, or do I want lighter? I think that's fine. And right now, if you look at the brush strokes, they're going every which way, and I do not want and I do not want that. I want them to all go one direction. And to fix that, I am going to select surface, and then I'm going to go from object mode to edit mode. And with the edge selected, that's shortcut number 2, I'm holding down, I have a Mac, so I'm holding down Option and then Shift to select the whole edge. I believe it's Alt Shift for Windows users. And with all the edges selected, I'm gonna do shortcut Control Option F and then number 4 to control the flow. For Windows users, I think it's Control Alt F. And now I'm just gonna go in and play with it. I like how it's in one direction, but I don't like the way it looks. So I'm gonna play with the density, the brush width, the length. To get out of that, I'm just gonna select the surface icon again. And I mean, I played around with it. I still don't really like how the brush strokes are extended from the bridge, and I will fix that before let me turn off the effects and see if I'll just stick with crayon for now, but I'm gonna go to shape and I'm gonna click trim to mesh, which will help these brush strokes, and then increase the shrink wrap. So my brush strokes will be confined to the bridge. So it looks a little bit more organized. Okay, we're getting there. I still don't like it. Maybe the width. Maybe increasing the noise or decreasing. Again, just like in video number 1, you're just playing with the brush settings just to get what you want. I spent way too much time doing the bridge. Let me increase the color variation. Okay, that's fine for now. I need to move on. I spent way too much time on this. Okay, so we did the hay roof, the bridge. Up next, we're going to do the wood on the edges of these rocks to the left. So just again, I'm gonna do what I did originally, or I'm gonna do what I did with the bridge. I'm just gonna copy what I already did. So I'm selecting the wood panels and then the bridge, and then copy to selected objects. So it just copied what I did from the bridge to these wood panels. Is that the correct terminology? So yeah, that's way too dark. Gonna select him and again create a new material. Okay, the settings from the bridge to this, it's a little too much, so I'm gonna go and let me increase the shrink wrap and decrease the width. Maybe the length as well. It's fine, but kind of like how the bridge, I want the brush strokes to go in one direction. So I'm gonna do exactly what I did for the bridge. Select surface, go to edit mode, and I'm holding down Option Shift, Alt Shift for Windows users to select all the select the edges. Okay, with those selected, I'm clicking Control Option F and then brush flow mark number 4. And let's see how that looks. I think that looks better. Maybe it will look a little bit better with another brush. And I selected the select object to get out of that setting. And now I'm just gonna play with the different brushes. I kind of like the feathery. And maybe adjusting the width a little bit more. I did go back in and adjust the color to make it a little bit brighter. And last but not least, the rocks. And I'm not going to copy and paste from another material. I'm just going to select the rocks and click fill. And let me zoom in a little bit. I'm going to again create a new material. Let's play with the color. Let's experiment with the, actually I'm gonna increase the roughness. And maybe there's a better brush. Maybe another effect. I'll keep that for now. Now let me just play with the scale, the width, the length, the density. And when I was watching the Blender Studio Workshop tutorial videos, he drew circles around the rocks and I really like that. So I'm basically copying him. And if you're not a Blender Studio member, please consider it. You get access to amazing tutorials like the one I watched here to learn more about the brushstroke tools. And most importantly, it goes to supporting Blender and everything they do, all the amazing stuff that they're creating. I finished drawing the circles, and maybe if I decrease the level of the fade. We're getting there. Maybe if I click trim to, no. I don't know why I like this. It's a bit chaotic, but I like it. I kept playing with the settings and that's too much. Let me decrease that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So we have finished part 2 of experimenting with the brushstroke tools add-on. In video 1, we did the ground. We did the ground, the rocks, and the trees. In video 2, we did the house, the bridge, and the rocks. Thank you so much to those who have followed along for this second video. And in the third and final video, we're going to be animating the river so that it looks like this. I'll see you then. This is Joyce-Anne Anthony, aka JJ. Until next time.